We welcome you back here in Windsor, Colorado as we continue coverage of the 2024 ACL Cornhole Mania. The action is only going to get more and more intense, and I cannot wait. Welcome back inside the Future Legends Dome. Jake Brandon alongside the man, the myth, the legend, Trey Ryder, as we switch gears into the Pro Teams format. And Trey, the Pro Teams format, one of my favorite formats. Man, what are we looking forward to this afternoon?
Yeah, this is fun, right? Because now we've had one full national of play, a second full one outside on the courts here. So into these live streaming games, we are officially about at the halfway point of the season, which means we can start looking at those playoff races to determine who's going to ultimately make it. Can it be the Ringers who win the World Championship again, or will it be one of the teams that we see today, in particular the Las Vegas High Rollers, now with the third best record in the entire league. I'm excited to see if they can continue this momentum against a Woodchucks team that is really just trying to crawl back into the playoff race.
Yeah, like you mentioned, the High Rollers, first in their division, they are perfect. They are in a great spot to make the playoffs, whereas we have the New England Woodchucks, who really need this series to kind of turn their season around halfway through, and they need something big so they can make the playoffs as well. An interleague matchup, we have an American division team versus a national division team. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I cannot wait.
Yes, the High Rollers coming into this one, 28 wins, 20 losses, 58% win percentage. They are first in their region. Just behind them, though, the California Slingers just 3 games behind. So, although the High Rollers themselves have the lead, they can't have a poor finish in this particular matchup with the New England Woodchucks, or we are going to be talking about the California Slingers jumping in and taking that first place away from them.
I can't help but notice it kind of feels like a David versus Goliath matchup. Las Vegas High Rollers, very strong, very stacked team. Then you have the New England Woodchucks, who are kind of down in the bottom of the basement in the standings. So you never know what's going to happen, but I feel like this is the Vegas High Rollers series to lose here.
Yeah, absolutely, and we are already underway, it looks like, Jake, here. That looks like they're already into round number 2, and this first one will be for the Las Vegas High Rollers, Hunter Claxton and Justin Dermody against Jeremiah Ellis and Hunter Thorson. So early 0-0 wash on the first round here, but we'll get a chance to see Hunter Thorson there on your left going up against Hunter Claxton there on the right.
Hunter Thorson, another one of these rookie pros who kind of burst onto the scene in the kickoff battle, winning his pro double shootout bracket with pro partner Carson Getty, looking to keep the momentum going here on the team side. Stepping out, has an angle for a collect, and he gets it for another wash, and we will go back down to the other end of the court, still tied at 0.
0-0, and these are 10-round limited games again, so similar to the shootout format. We saw shootout singles on Thursday. We'll see shootout doubles tomorrow. They are limited to 10 rounds of play.
You see Jeremiah Ellis on your right side, obviously one of the big talks of the town. A lot of people are considering him the #1 player in the world right now. But, a different kind of Jeremiah Ellis you see on the team side. Not a singles, not a doubles, but you see him cheering on the New England Woodchucks, and you see him on a team who's not doing great, which is kind of refreshing. See Jeremiah Ellis winning everything that he plays, and then he come in on the New England Woodchucks not doing super great.
Yeah, they're looking to kind of be a leader in this team's format, trying to bounce back the season for the Woodchucks here as they sit. Like I said, they are last in their individual region. They're 22-33. They have a big deficit to make up, and unfortunately for them, Jake, they are in the toughest region in the entire league. Their number 1 and number 2 teams in their region also are number 1 and number 2 in the entire league. That is the Ohio Aviators, who have now claimed the number 1 record at 30-18. Right behind them, those defending champion Pennsylvania Ringers sitting at 34-21. So just a 1% win percentage separating those number 1 and number 2 teams.
That's nuts.
The Woodchucks really just trying to climb back into it and see if they can sneak into a playoff spot. Again, top 2 teams from each region ultimately make the playoffs.
All right, well, back down to the other end of the court. 2-2 bag game, round number 5, I believe, almost halfway through the match.
Yeah, this will mark the halfway point. Started down on this end, and now they'll keep it rolling.
So I wonder if you're the Woodchucks halfway through the season, like we mentioned already, in the bottom of the basement in the division with the Aviators and the Ringers. Do you possibly maybe think about looking ahead to next season, maybe thinking about getting a good draft pick ahead for next season at all? Or are you still focused forward on this season trying to get back into the race?
I think we're a little too early for that. I mean, we really are at the halfway point. Maybe in the very end of the season we might see something along those lines. But as of right now, the Woodchucks gotta be able to reset. And what I'm seeing in these lineups, Jake, it's telling me that they're looking to bounce back, and that's a rare miss by Ellis. Kind of tries that little cut that just goes too far, blows off the back there, and as we head into round number 6, it'll be a 3-2 lead for the High Rollers. But, man, I really think that ultimately you still have to see if you can salvage the season and go on a deep run. You're only halfway through, and what I was saying about the lineups, if you remember on television, we saw a legendary match in which we saw Jeremiah Ellis and Jacob Trzynski, 2 of the best players on the team. They paired up together. Now, what do we see here as these teams have matched up? We see a Jeremiah Ellis versus Hunter Thorson. So the Woodchucks in themselves, by setting their lineup, are telling me, Jake, that they're looking to just see if they can reset, try something different to gain some momentum throughout the middle portion of this season.
And I absolutely love this pairing of Jeremiah Ellis and Hunter Thorson. Hunter Thorson proving he can perform in these round-limited events. You only get to throw the bag 5 times. And now he could be set up to get 4 if he can do something crazy here. He's going to put a hard angle on this bag, a little too soft. Is going to pick up 2 more points, and the Woodchucks are going to retake the lead 4-on-3. Meanwhile, we've talked all about these Woodchucks. Man, how about these High Rollers? First place in their division, but like you mentioned, the Cali Slingers knocking on their door. I guess the only good thing that the High Rollers have going for them with the top 2 teams in each division making the playoffs, they have a little bit of a gap between the 3 seed in the division, the Arizona Burn.
And the Arizona Burn playing right now against the Colorado Timber behind us on court 2. So that is, I believe that game is on Facebook and ACL Cornhole TV. So those of you that are watching us here on YouTube, appreciate you tuning in. You can go check out on Facebook and ACL Cornhole TV the matchup between the Arizona Burn and the Colorado Timber.
Yeah, I realize we're on YouTube. That means we have a chat to look at.
Yeah, what are you doing, Jake? Get the chat going.
Oh, my gosh. Let's see what's going on with the chat.
Oh, big miss right there by Dermody. That means Jeremiah Ellis going to get some big points, and all of a sudden it's 9-3. Round number 8.
Only 3 rounds to go, and now you got to start thinking, if you're Hunter Claxton, what do you got to do, man? You got to start laying a block down, try something. Nice block, ends up working. That roll kicks to the left for Thorson. We'll see if Claxton can try anything. It's got a carpet bag in hand, so you know he can roll these. He's going to try. A little too right, gets that side-by-side. Jeremiah wants Hunter to sit behind.
See, I like a roll here, even if and don't go all the way in. You know, imagine you roll, you sit in between that bag and the hole. Like I think you take position, you take away the opportunity for a push.
Ooh, airmail from Claxton, a little short, bounces on the pile, bounces off the board. And now we'll most likely see a roll coming. Yep. Roll, bounces right in. That wasn't really much of a roll. It's kind of like a
skip.
bounce. Yeah, skip.
That was the Gage Landis skip.
Yes.
Yeah, skipping rocks, as I like to say when we were in Palm Beach talking about it.
Right now, Thorson up 6. This is a must-make bag for Claxton, Woo! And he lands short and gets the rodeo.
Beautiful bag there by Hunter Claxton. Land on top and go, and needed it.
Absolutely.
I do have to give a shout-out, though, to our team here, events team on site, Daniel, Chacon, and Curtis. And of course, I don't know how much involved Chasing Corey were. I love the double LEDs today. Yeah. You see the double LEDs? You got this awesome stack of the team logos on top of the sponsor. I love it.
This looks sick. 10-3 game, round number 9. I mean, and if you're Jeremiah, you're not even trying to do anything crazy. Just put these 4 in the hole. Dermody tries to lay a block, misses left, and it's going to be at least 2 more. And that's what it'll be. And now, almost an insurmountable lead going into round number 10. You need to make up 9 points, excuse me.
So the Woodchucks essentially a single bag in here. And that's going to do it.
Pretty much going to do it. Well, we talk all about how the Woodchucks need to turn this season around. Can't get off to a much better start than this. Woodchucks take a 1-0 series lead over the Vegas High Rollers. Well, you never know.
Yeah, and that brings, again, we're talking about the High Rollers trying to maintain a lead here. Oh, my goodness. You see what he just did? He just threw a reverse spin, slick side push. That was disgusting by Hunter Thorson.
Landon Crabtree's specialty. Take a look at this. Friends with Landon Crabtree purposely puts the reverse spin on it. Keeps a foot planted, too. No foot foul over here. Wow, that's a great way for the New England Woodchucks to take a 1-0 series lead. Coming up next, Cody Henderson, Jay Dotson, Jacob Drzezinski, Storm Hogue. Game number 2. It's going to be fun. Can't wait. Stay with us here at the Future Legends Dome in Windsor, Colorado.
Life's most memorable moments, they can happen anywhere. On sports' biggest stage, or even in your own backyard. For those moments, seek a world beyond home. Find furniture, decor, grills, playsets, yard games, and yep, even cornhole. Backyard.com has everything you need to make your backyard summer ready all year long. Backyard.com. Let's have fun.
Ah, nuts. No. Was Planters nuts? It's not nuts.
It's nuts. Because Planters nuts are good.
Planters nuts. Nuts.
You can dash, zest, mist, and infuse. But may we recommend the just make the damn drink method. Behold, the 7 and 7. If this is your cocktail, Seagram 7 is your whiskey.
Goes way up top and hits it! He knows it, goes the top and hits it! What a shot! Ticket to the championship and Graham hits it! What a shot!
Oh, nuts.
No. With Planters nuts, it's not nuts. It's nuts. Because Planters nuts are good.
Planters nuts. Nuts.
You can dash, zest, mist, and infuse. But may we recommend the just make the damn drink method. Behold, the 7 and 7. If this is your cocktail, Seagram 7 is your whiskey.
Coverage of pro teams here at the 2024 ACL Cornhole Mania continues with Game 2 between the New England Woodchucks and the Las Vegas High Rollers. It's just going to keep getting better and better and better. We welcome you back into the booth. Jake Brennan alongside the always infamous Trey Ryder. Game number 2, we saw New England. We talk about them needing to get their season back on track. Great way to start with a win. What else do they have to do the rest of the game?
Yeah, they got to keep it rolling, and I like the pairing that they can have right here. A pair of players that have been pro doubles partners in the past in Storm Hogan, Jacob Trzynski. Obviously, have had a lot of success together, and they have an opportunity to play against a high rollers doubles duo in Cody Henderson and Jay Dotson that we know the high rollers are confident that they can get a win here. So not only does a win here obviously help towards the record, but I think more importantly, in a way, it kind of steals a win that I think the high rollers were planning to get anytime you put Cody Henderson and Jay Dotson together. So this is going to be an entertaining one, I think. Some big personalities on the court between Henderson, Dotson, and Trzynski. So it's going to be fun, Jake.
Yeah, I think it's going to be loud for sure. Cannot wait. These are the first live bags of the game. Cody Henderson on your right, Jacob Trzynski on your left. Yeah, talk about big personalities. You can't get much bigger than down on this end, Cody Henderson and Jacob Trzynski.
Certainly have plenty of passion on this end. And it was that legendary performance with Jacob Trzynski alongside Jeremiah Ellis when the New England Woodchucks played in Palm Beach on television on CBS Sports Network. It was a cool opportunity to see them play, and it was fun to watch.
For sure. 2 players down on this side, Trzynski and Cody Henderson. I'll mention it a little bit later. A little bit of a lackluster performance on the singles side. We'll go back over here to this side. Storm Hogue, Jay Dotson, 2 players who have been in the spotlight before in years past, but have kind of taken a step back recently individually, and you haven't really heard a lot of them. I mean, obviously, you hear Jay Dotson everywhere just from him yelling. And
you literally hear him, yes. 0-0 round 2. After that first game, high rollers dropped to 23 and 20. They dropped to 28 and 21, 57% win percentage. Now just have a 2.5 game lead over those California Slingers. So you know the Slingers, maybe not necessarily watching too hard, but you know they're keeping an eye on this one, right? Every loss or every win that the Woodchucks can take will get them closer and closer to have that top record here in the National West.
Big time push for Jaybird. This is into limited to 2. The high rollers take an early 2-0 lead here in game number 2. Back down on this end, I mentioned it earlier, Cody Henderson, Jacob Trzynski, both players finished second in their respective national singles brackets at the kickoff battle. Cody Henderson losing to Braden Wilson, Jacob Trzynski losing to Gavin Cano. Both players looking to kind of repeat that same performance this weekend, but I don't think either one of them had a really good showing yesterday in national singles.
It just goes to show you it's not easy to keep winning, and I think that's what makes what Jeremiah Ellis and Gavin Cano are doing. You can even loop in possibly Eric Davis, Adam Hissner, Braden Wilson into that second tier of how difficult it is to continue to win at the high level. It's not a guarantee that every time you step out there you're going to succeed and you're going to be the best player on the day.
Absolutely. Trzynski had an opportunity to tie the game but missed it left, and you immediately hear some chirps from the high rollers in the stands. Trzynski in for the 10. It will stay 2-0. Somebody asked in the chat, in teams, can anyone be partners? You're not set with the same partner for the season.
No, correct. You can rotate lineups, so that's kind of what we've seen here, right? If you watch the CBS Sports Network broadcast of the Woodchucks versus the Carolina Coasters, you saw that the Woodchucks put together Jeremiah Ellis and Jacob Trzynski. Yes, they got a win in that one, but maybe they were loading up their 2 top teams in a little bit too much. So in this instance, you can rotate those lineups. You can put together a lineup. It's like baseball, right? Yeah. You got a 4-hitter that's maybe struggling a little bit, needs to go down to the 5 spot, 6 spot just to get them to reset. Or, I mean, there are different ways that you can manipulate that lineup to see if you can get some wins throughout the season. So yes, definitely able to rotate partners and lineups throughout the year.
Man, Hogue with 3 bags on that left side. However, Jay Dotson cannot capitalize. If Hogue wants to get creative, he can maybe try to hit a really aggressive roll and maybe cut around to wash out the round, but that front bag by Jay Dotson on that slick side, I think it's going to fall.
Jay Dotson says, I think you should airmail.
It's only round 3, bud.
Obviously, Dotson on the opposing team wants him to airmail Hogue. Decision time.
He's going up, and he hits it, but he drags Jay Dot's bag, so he's going to give up 2 more.
Jay Dot always appreciates an airmail, especially if it drags his bag.
That'll make it 4-0 High Rollers. Back down on this end, Cody Henderson. You haven't really heard a lot from him. Jay Dotson kind of drowning him out, but I'm sure he'll start getting chirpy eventually. There's a block from Trzynski. We'll see if Henderson has any problem going through it. He does not. Four-bagger for Henderson. And another double four-bagger by Trzynski. First one of the day. So I can't help but notice, maybe I misread it. Let me look at my notes real quick. Nope, never mind. I was going to say Tanner Halbert's not playing, but he is playing in the fourth game. I talked to Kat. He said he hurt his wrist earlier in the week, and he had to play this entire singles tournament with a step, which I've never seen before for Tanner Halbert.
Whoa.
So I was a little weird watching. It was a little weird.
Anytime you got to change up a technique, it can be tough.
How big is a pro team's roster? Somebody asked in the chat.
So you can have up to 18 players on the roster, and when you play a normal mid-season series, it's a 7-game series. So you'll set a lineup of 14 players, so you can have up to 4 alternates.
Dotson with a bag off that left side. Hogue is in to get them on the board. Count it. Halfway through, it's a 2-point game. Glad to see Storm Hogue finally make all 4 bags, be able to capitalize on a miss. Had an opportunity to play against Storm Hogue in a local blind draw a few weeks ago. He threw a 10-9-4 against me over 15 rounds.
That's good enough against you for a 3.0 DPR.
Yeah, hold on a second. I wouldn't go that far. Hold on. It was probably saw like 1.5 though. I'm pretty sure it wasn't good. See what Henderson wants to do here. Trzynski has 2 bags on the board. He's going to try to sit behind. Misses too far to the right. The only problem with Trzynski, he has such a hard angle on that bag. This may be a pretty difficult collect.
He's got slick side just up the center. If it goes, it goes. If not, you're in good position.
Ooh. He misses it too far to the right, and now Henderson can sneak around or shoot it for the wash.
He says it's terrible. I don't think it's terrible.
He's going up. He hits the airmail. Maybe it is terrible. Had a push for the for 2. Ends up getting a wash. It'll stay 4-2. I love it. Shout out.
Subtle jabs back and forth there.
Shout out the truck for those board mics. We can hear everything they're saying. Storm Hogue with honors down the middle. So, yeah, I guess overall consensus board conditions here a lot quicker than what they were in Palm Beach a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, and that's going to set for higher PPRs. I think we saw that this weekend. There was a lot of players with high-level PPRs, a lot of people above a 10 in the bracket play for singles, so we'll continue to see that all weekend long. I wouldn't say that they're lightning quick or anything like that. They're just definitely more on the moderate to fast side in comparison to Palm Beach, which I think was the consensus was in Palm Beach. Everything was slow.
Yes.
It was a very slow event, and I think that, I keep going back to crediting people like Adam Hissner, Jeremiah Ellis, Gavin Cano, for those people that have been able to completely adjust to both levels of conditions. The people that have been successful in both events, I really think just kudos to them to be able to do that and be able to play in multiple different types of conditions and compete at a high level doing it.
For sure. Another bag out of play for Cody Henderson. Another opportunity for Trzynski to pick up a couple points. We'll see if he can take advantage this time. Oh, man, again, he has such an egregious angle on that bag. Anything that doesn't land the right way will kick left, and that's what it does. But Cody Henderson brings it back. Trzynski taking a breath because he knows he has another opportunity to tie the game. Staying sticky, going at it, and collects it.
It's a big bag, possibly to tie up this game unless Henderson's going with an airmail, but he doesn't.
Does not. Now going into the final round, round number 10. It is 4-4. Who's going to strike? First player to miss may lose the game. Storm Hogue has found the middle after a sluggish start, but J-Dot is right there as well. Bag hanging, just something for Hogue to look at, and it makes him miss a little to the right. Can J-Dot hug that left side? He can, wraps around it. Now the question is, what does Storm do? He's going to take a timeout. Are you going after that bag, or are you making J-Dot go around it again?
I think I'm going to make him go around it.
I just, with that angle, I don't think he can grab it. That's what he says. There's no reason to go for it.
I mean, you can bring it closer while still going in.
Yeah, but
there'll be some hope still.
Yeah, I think if you go after it and miss it, J-Dot doesn't even need to throw that back. So that's what Jacob says. Just go in, which he does. And now J-Dot's in wraparound for the win and a series tie. He misses. Too far to the right. And the Woodchucks are loud.
Yeah, the Woodchucks are letting Jay Dotson have it.
Wow, so we are going to overtime. First team to score wins. Trzynski's still saying, I can't get the bag flat. As long as the bag doesn't kick, he'll be okay. First down the middle. Henderson off to the right. That's out of play. The Woodchucks are feeling it right now. How about the Woodchucks possibly being able to take a 2-0 series lead against the number 3 team in the league? Perfect block from Henderson. That's exactly what you need. Oh, Trzynski side rails. And now Henderson can collect and throw a 10 for the win.
Is he going to go slick side?
I think you have to.
It's a big bag.
It's huge. Going at it. Oh, and he throws it off. What is going on?
So if you're Trzynski, you're thinking block behind it. You just have to block behind it, right? Because then a rodeo would be what you have to do, and that's what it has to do. You got to hit a rodeo if you're Cody Henderson in order to stay in the game.
Wow. You got to land short, grab that purple bag, and ride it into the hole. No, he's going cut, and he misses too far to the left. Jacob Trzynski and Storm Hogue are able to pull off a comeback and take a surprising 2-0 series lead for the New England Woodchucks.
Big game, I think, from Storm Hogue. He kind of helped Jacob Trzynski through the end part of that game.
Yeah, let's take a quick commercial break. When we come back, match number 3, 2-0 series lead for the Woodchucks.
Life's most memorable moments, they can happen anywhere. On sports' biggest stage, or even in your own backyard. For those moments, seek a world beyond home. Find furniture, decor, grills, playsets, yard games, and yep, even cornhole. Backyard.com has everything you need to make your backyard summer ready all year long. Backyard.com. Let's have fun.
Nuts. No. Was Planters nuts? It's not nuts.
It's nuts. Because Planters nuts are good.
Planters nuts. Nuts.
You can dash, zest, mist, and infuse. But may we recommend the just make the damn drink method. Behold, the 7 and 7. If this is your cocktail, Seagram 7 is your whiskey.
Goes way up top and hits it! He knows it, goes up top and hits it! What a shot! Ticket to the championship and Graham hits it! What a shot!
Oh, nuts.
No. With Planters nuts, it's not nuts. It's nuts. Because Planters nuts are good.
Planters nuts. Nuts.
You can dash, zest, mist, and infuse. but may we recommend the just make the damn drink method. Behold, the 7 and 7. If this is your cocktail, Seagram 7 is your whiskey.
Welcome back to the 2024 ACL Cornhole Mania as we continue coverage of pro teams. We have a little bit of an upset brewing on the court here as the New England Woodchucks have a 2-0 series lead over the Las Vegas High Rollers, the third best team in the league. I've had another interesting matchup. We have a look, our first look at an elite player playing on the team. We have Jack Gore and Hayden Gonzalez for the Vegas High Rollers, and we have Tyler Cobb and Caleb Franklin for the New England Woodchucks. Jake Brennan alongside Trey Ryder bringing you coverage round one. Is this the final? Is this the opportunity where Vegas can finally get their first win?
And I think they'll be heavily favored in this one. Even though Hayden Gonzalez is an elite player, I think he's playing at a really high level, and Jack Gore will be the best player on the court, I believe. Yeah. So this is one that the High Rollers, I mean, you don't want to use the word need at this point in the season, but like this is a game that you need to take on average across the season. As we look right now, because the High Rollers now just have a 2-game lead. They started this series with a 3-game lead over those California Slingers after game one.
Oh, wow! Holy cow! I didn't even see that happening. Stops you right in your tracks. Hayden Gonzalez. He grabs all 3 of those orange bags for a 4 spot.
Wow.
Unreal. And the pumped up Hayden Gonzalez afterwards.
Wow.
Shot of the weekend candidate from the start.
Big bag there. We talked about, him being able to play even as a lead player. He's, called up and he's taken advantage of it at least out of the gate. And I was just saying that after game one, the High Rollers lead went from 3 games to 2.5, and then after that wash, just then again down from 2.5 to just a 2-game lead.
But this is the biggest opportunity they've had, up 4-0 after round one. After an impressive push and collect from Hayden Gonzalez. And now you put the bags back in Jack Gore's hand, but he kicks left, and Ty Cobb can go in for 2 to cut the lead in half, and he is not able to take advantage either.
Not happy with that one. It'll stay 4-0.
Yeah, back down here. Hayden Gonzalez kind of burst onto the scene as well. Signed an elite contract earlier in the year. Won an open singles bracket at the Hamilton, Ohio Open. Double-dipped Joe Neisted to do it. One of the young rising stars from the Pacific Northwest. I think him and Candler Bagg are the 2 top dogs up there. Candler Bagg, also a member of the Vegas High Rollers, could not attend this weekend. A nice roll from Caleb Franklin.
And there's a reason that Michael Gonzalez is not an official on the court here. Son of Michael Gonzalez, so can't have a conflict of interest there. So he's off the side right now.
Hayden's able to finish up, throw a 6. This is a roll to tie the game. Wow, 3 big rolls from Caleb Franklin, and we are all knotted at 4. Take a look at some of these shots. Caleb Franklin says, yeah, enough talking about the kid. Talk about me, too. Big-time roll. And there is a look at Michael Gonzalez, national director, son of Hayden.
Dad of Hayden, but yes.
Did I say son?
Yeah.
Dad of Hayden Gonzalez. Man, this is a couple ugly rounds down on this end from these two.
I like a cut here, and then if you want to decide you want to airmail, you can do it later, but it's just too far right.
It looked way too flat. It didn't cut at all. It just went straight. Jack going to try the same thing, and he misses left.
I like the airmail here, Jake.
Yeah. You drag one, you can maybe unclip that top one as well. No, he's going to go roll again.
Oh, wow.
Still gets that drip. Jack can go in to limit the damage to 1, and he will. But look out, the Woodchucks have taken the lead, make it 5-4. Round number 5, Caleb Franklin, one of those pros who kind of fell off the radar a little bit after switching pro doubles partners, no longer with Dylan Turpin. They really haven't heard much of him except for on this team side.
Yeah, I mean, and when Caleb Franklin and Dylan Turpin paired up as a team, that first event, the kickoff battle back in 2023 that made that deep run all the way, they won their bracket. They were one of the final 4 teams. Yep. Or no, sorry, they made the bracket final, so they were one of the final 8 teams and just weren't able to get across the finish line.
They won their bracket, and then they had to play Joe
right.
Nisa, Jeremy Schermerhorn to make the broadcast in the Final Four. Because, that was a big storyline because the 2022 kickoff battle, Dylan Turpin won his singles bracket but had to play in the Final Four to get to TV and lost. And then the next year he won his doubles bracket.
Right, because they switched it year over year. That is absolutely correct. That is, yes, Truck is giving you props for correcting me, Jake. Good job.
Let's go. Let's take a look at this shot one more time. Dylan Turpin, mini bar of soap action.
Yeah, is that a
mini soap? I don't know.
Hand sanitizer or something?
Oh my God, I love it. How about hand sanitizer?
What do we got? Hand sanitizer, bar of soap, and bottle of shampoo. Those are the 3 levels.
That bottle of shampoo is a shot that Eric Davis hit on Galicano yesterday. That was disgusting.
Bag off to the right. It's going to give a bumper throughout the rest of the round there for Jack Gore.
Yeah, this is big opportunity. Neither player throwing their best down on this end, but now you have a clear board. Jack with a big bumper like you mentioned. This is in 4-2 to give the High Rollers the lead, and it will. Back and forth we go. Round 7, a 6-5 lead for the High Rollers. Another thing we've mentioned, these are the third game we've had. Neither one of them have been really high scoring. Very low scoring. That's something to keep an eye on as well.
Everything's been very, very in front.
Yeah.
Not any huge rounds yet. It's been very close. All those, even into game 3 here, it's been close for every game.
Block from Hayden, back block from Caleb, and then now it's time for the roll show. Hayden misses that one a little to the left. We'll see if Caleb can cut over it. He's a little short.
Hey, what do you want to do?
Question is, do you want to roll this again or shoot it? I think you shoot it. Tanner Halbert pointing his finger to the sky.
Captain wants the airmail.
He's going up. And he hits it with the drag. Hayden Gonzalez continues to shine. But now Caleb Franklin, if you look at the board placement, he's got a pretty decent push shot here. He's going at it, and he's too far to the right, bounces off. That is a big 5 spot for the High Rollers.
Man, 2 big shots by Hayden Gonzalez have really been the difference in this game. He did one early, it does another one there.
The Hayden Gonzalez highlight reel, we're calling this one right now. An 11-5 lead for the High Rollers. Round number 8. And another bag off that left side, man. I want to root for Tyler Cobb, but I haven't seen a lot from him in this one. There's a nice cut around. Here we go. Gore answers. Ooh. Let's see what Gore wants to do here. Slick side down. He could maybe push that far left white bag out of the way if he hits this right. He doesn't push it out, but he still collects it. Ty Cobb steps out. Almost a must-grab bag to stay in this game. Limited to 2. He does not. That's going to put the High Rollers on 15, a 10-point lead with 2 rounds to go.
Watch this again. Ooh.
Love it. Love the fired-up energy from Jack Gore.
Got to avoid the 5-point round here, right? That's what you're thinking about. Oh, I don't know if I like that block here, Jake. You're up big.
Especially with Caleb Franklin, who's been money on these roll attempts. And now here we go. Already a messy board. Let's see what Hayden does. Hayden's going to go roll. Beautiful bag. Now he has whole control. Caleb, too far to the left.
Hey, do you think you could step out and go right here? If not, then it's whatever you want to do.
Yeah, Jack asked him to step out. Hayden does not like that very much. Jack said, tells him to be confident. I think I like either a roll or an airmail again. He's going up. Oh, he lands on top and rodeos it in. What is this kid on right now? And now you have a little bit of an opportunity to step out.
Might as well, right?
Yeah,
Why
come on.
not?
You've hit everything
At this
else.
point, you're up 10.
You've hit everything else you've attempted.
Put a bow on it.
This would be nuts. Stepping out, slick side down. Why not? Are you kidding me? This
Absolutely bananas
unreal
performance right now by Hayden Gonzalez.
One of the greatest individual performances you'll ever see. How about an airmail rodeo drag? And then why don't you just step out, bully that out of the way, and collect it? And the arms
He
up.
couldn't even believe it. Oh,
This is
man.
nuts.
He went to the Eric Davis School of Magical Shots is what he did.
Oh, my gosh. He learned everything he knows from his father. 19-5. I mean, at this point, they're just playing for fun. And Jack Gore's gonna throw this fourth bag left-handed, and he collects it for the four-bagger. And that is going to do it. Convincing fashion, the Vegas High Rollers get their first win of the series because of this young stud right here, Hayden Gonzalez. If you don't know his name, you better learn it. Wow. Let's take a quick commercial break. When we come back, game number 4. Vegas trying to even up the series here in Windsor, Colorado.
Life's most memorable moments. They can happen anywhere. On sports' biggest stage, or even in your own backyard. For those moments, seek a world beyond home. Find furniture, decor, grills, playsets, yard games, and yep, even cornhole. Backyard.com has everything you need to make your backyard summer ready all year long. Backyard.com. Let's have fun.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Bush's Baked Beans have always been the official bean of making burgers taste better. And now, they're the official beans of the SEC.
And the official bean of whatever that is.
Hey, it's tailgate fashion. Now this guy gets it.
Ah, nuts.
No. With Planters nuts, it's not nuts.
It's nuts. Because Planters nuts are good.
Planters nuts. Nuts.
Goes way up top and hits it! He knows it, goes up top and hits it! What a shot! Ticket to the championship and Graham hits it! What a shot!
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
You've got the force field, the moat, the saucy sheriff. No matter your cookout plate strategy,
Bush's baked beans make burgers taste better.
I love me a saucy sheriff.
Nuts.
No. With Planters nuts, it's not nuts. It's nuts. Because Planters nuts are good.
Planters nuts. Nuts.
Welcome back to the 2024 ACL Cornhole Mania. The 2024 ACL Cornhole Mania is sponsored by All Cornhole. From the backyard to your pro journey, allcornhole.com has you covered. Backyard.com, let's have fun. Bush's, that beautiful bean company. Corn Nuts, crunchy corn kernels. Mike's Hard Lemonade, nobody makes lemonade like Mike's. Drink responsibly. Miller's Ale House, eat, drink, stay a while. Seagram 7, the #1 American blended whiskey. And by Visit Fort Collins, Colorado. All that beautiful scenery you see back there is all brought to you by visitfortcollins.com. All right, well, welcome back inside game number 4 between the New England Woodchucks and the Vegas High Rollers. We needed a little bit of a break after the Hayden Gonzalez show for the High Rollers, but it is time for game number 4.
Yeah, interesting situation. They can't find Mike McClanahan.
They can't find him.
So he's on the clock right now, which is what's happening in real time. Is that they're on the clock. So we're waiting to see if Mike McClanahan shows up in that time limit. If he shows up within the time limit, they get to play. If not, we're going to have to forfeit the game. I've never seen that before here in teams here on the live stream court, but it's getting ready to set up to be a forfeit for the High Rollers here in game number 4, which would, for the Woodchucks.
Yeah.
Apologies, would be a forfeit for the Woodchucks, which is unfortunate, but I don't know where Mike McClanahan showed up.
That would be a crazy way for the High Rollers to tie the series, but I mean, really, there's not much you can do. You're put on the clock. You have to wait. There's a specific time limit.
Yeah, and they're getting close. I think it's it's a 5-minute, but all right, we just got word that it is a forfeit. That's a free win for the High Rollers.
Wow.
That is certainly disappointing when it comes to the overall looks. And if I look at how this affects standings, Jake, we just talked about how the High Rollers, they show up and they give away 2 games immediately. The California Slingers are loving life because they're getting closer and closer, and then boom, just back-to-back 2 straight losses, and that evens it back up. And that means now that the High Rollers in particular still are going to maintain a 3-point lead overall, which is great for them in their individual region. So. Man, and Woodchucks now made some ground, lost it back now, a total of 24-35, still got a long way to go to get back into playoff contention here.
That's nuts. Wow. All right, well, hey, while we're waiting, let's take a look at some replays that we've seen so far today. We mentioned it's been the Hayden Gonzalez show. It all started out with this ridiculous 3-bag collect while leaving both of Caleb Franklin's bags on the board. And then you had this disgusting airmail drag pumped up. And then he had another kind of a rodeo drag. And then the very next bag he threw, stepped out, slick side down, collected it all. He can do nothing but put his arms up in the air.
The oh my God reaction from him is just like, I cannot be beaten right now. It's like he was Thanos of that round.
So I think, are we going to take another commercial break, or are we going to roll right into this one? We're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, we're going to bring you game number 5 between the Vegas High Rollers and the New England Woodchucks. Stay with us.
Life's most memorable moments, they can happen anywhere. On sports' biggest stage, or even in your own backyard. For those moments, seek a world beyond home. Find furniture, decor, grills, playsets, yard games, and yep, even cornhole. Backyard.com has everything you need to make your backyard summer ready all year long. Backyard.com. Let's have fun.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Bush's Baked Beans have always been the official bean of making burgers taste better. And now, they're the official beans of the SEC.
And the official bean of whatever that is.
Hey, it's tailgate fashion. Now this guy gets it.
Ah, nuts.
No. Was Planters nuts? It's not nuts.
It's nuts. Because Planters nuts are good.
Planters nuts. Nuts.
Goes way up top and hits it! What? He knows it. Goes the top and hits it! What a shot! Ticket to the championship and Graham hits it! What a shot!
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
You've got the force field, the moat, the saucy sheriff. No matter your cookout plate strategy,
Bush's baked beans make burgers taste better.
I love me a saucy sheriff.
Nuts.
No. With Planters nuts, it's not nuts. It's nuts. Because Planters nuts are good.
Planters nuts. Nuts.
The series between the New England Woodchucks and the Las Vegas High Rollers have been nothing but exciting. great shot after great shot. A little bit of drama included, too, as we get set for game number 5. Jimmy Humans, Colin Hodette, Eric Zockline, Jordan Kamba. Sure to be a really fun one. We bring you back down to the court. We have a chance to see another elite player, and he's got big shoes to fill to catch up to what Hayden Gonzalez did in Colin Hodette.
We've had some chirping. Yep. We've had big shots. We've had a forfeit. Like, I mean, we got everything. We got everything early this afternoon for you guys here from Windsor, Colorado.
Yeah. First look at seeing Jordan Kamba. Love to see that he's throwing well again.
He is. I've been very impressed. Last season wasn't his best, but he's been able to bounce back, and now I always find it very interesting, and I like when I get to see in teams play a pair of doubles players that are permanent doubles players getting to play together. So in this case, Jordan Kamba and Eric Zockline, normal doubles partners, so they already have that natural chemistry. They have the bag chemistry. They know how to communicate with one another. I always think that's an inherent advantage anytime you go into a game to be able to start like that.
Yeah, I feel like you got to give a big edge to the high rollers in this one. 0-0 game after round number 1. We'll see if Jimmy Humans looked a little flustered after that forfeit. You know, Jimmy Humans, the team captain of the New England Woodchucks, looked a little frustrated after that forfeit win.
I mean, you got to be, right?
Yeah.
Mike McClanahan just not here.
Not here. Didn't show up. So what? I mean, you got to stay strong. You got to stay with it. Look to give your team a 3-2 series lead. A bag off to that left side for Zockline, looking good so far. Humans 3 for 3. I love this pairing for Eric Zockline too. You know, I think him and Jordan Kamba have great chemistry. I'm loving this bag switch as well. I really look to see Eric Zockline have a good, strong season as well.
Yeah, I think it was a good move by both players, kind of in the offseason, to find someone else to reset with. And I think they're both of similar skill. They're both highly decorated when it comes to the sport. Have won many tournaments before. Some of the OG players in the game, and so being able to reset alongside one another, I think was really important for them, and I'm really liking what I'm seeing out of them. And although we haven't seen them like in a bracket final or anything yet, I still think they're building to that way, and I really think they're throwing at a high level.
Yeah, funny story, when I did the college cornhole Corn Nuts tailgate tours, shout out Corn Nuts, official sponsor of ACL Pro Teams this year. One of our stops was at the, nice roll around. One of our stops was at the University of Louisville, which is only about 10-15 minutes from Eric Zockline's house. So when we flew in, Sean Latham and I, they invited us over. Andrea made us a nice home-cooked meal for dinner, and then we went out back to his cornhole garage. Ooh. And he has like 4 sets of boards up there, and I looked around the room. It's just nothing but dozens and dozens of plaques and trophies and accolades from the years. I'm sure there's probably something from before I was even born. That's how long Eric Zockline's been playing cornhole.
I like it.
2-0 lead for the Woodchucks. Humans sits behind. Eric Zockline has a little bit of a lane on that right side if he wants to try to cut around it.
Love a cut here.
Beautifully done.
And unfortunately, those bags are not lane side for Humans, so he's probably got to be resorted to an airmail. He's going up.
He hits the airmail, but no drag. Zockline can hug that right side again and pick up a couple points to tie the game. He can. Fist bump to boot for Zockline. It's 2-2. Take a look at this collect from Easy on the right side.
Easy as you like it.
That's probably one of my favorite nicknames in cornhole, Easy.
Yeah.
I love it.
Kamba with first bag here, the lefty.
First bag down the middle for Kamba. Proven winner, pro doubles world champion with James Baldwin. Back block from Hodette. Another back block from Kamba. Here we go. What do we do here if you're Colin?
I like a little lift bag or a roll. Yeah, exactly.
Ooh,
that. Do that.
Yeah, exactly what you said.
Wow. Tanner Halbert is yelling passionately, throw the airmail right now.
I love it.
Kamba reset, but I think he's going airmail.
He's going up. Oh, he lands short, knocks it in, and goes off.
Great
nice
bag there by
shot.
Colin Hodette right there. I found it interesting, like, Halbert's been somewhat somewhat vocal, but he's very vocal here. It's an interesting relationship between Jordan Kamba and Tanner Halbert, right? Teammates, but also brother-in-law.
Yeah.
Brother-in-laws, right? Because Jordan Kamba recently just getting married to Carly Halbert, Tanner's sister. So it is not only are they good friends, but now also family, and that dynamic, both playing for the High Rollers, is interesting to watch.
Tanner Halbert, team captain for the Vegas High Rollers, was supposed to play in the last game. Obviously, with the forfeit of Mike McClanahan, he's back on the sidelines cheering everybody on.
Wait, what did you say? Is he here? Oh, he's here.
Did he just show up?
Mike
Oh, my
McClanahan
gosh.
just showed up.
Little too late. Little too late.
That's all right. You can, if he goes, you can get him off.
Going up. Nice airmail.
What a bag by Humans. This opens up the push, though, for Eric Zockline. It's going to be hard.
Tough collect going at it. Only gets one and kicks right. Take a look at this shot one more time from Jimmy Humans. Big time drag. 4-2.
Colin Hodette going to have first bag here for the Woodchucks. He's in. Back and forth they go in this round. Right now with the lead, the Woodchucks will take a wash. It's a big four-bagger by the elite player and Colin Hodette. Double four-bagger wash keeps it at 4-2 as we head into round number 8. 3 rounds remaining.
All right, here we go. New England looking to retake the series lead going into game number 6. Round number 8. First bag block from Humans. Easy, shouldn't have a problem going through it. Ends up replacing it, beautifully done. Humans kicks a little left, here we go.
Doors open to tie this game.
Easy pushes through it.
Let's go. 2 more.
Oh, Easy shortboards it.
Make the last bag.
Oh,
Good.
no.
Make the last bag.
Opportunity to tie the game, and now all of a sudden Humans can go in to guarantee one more. He leaves it short.
He didn't even hesitate. He immediately pointed up.
Big time.
Big bag right here.
This could make it a 1-point game. Easy going up. Backside off the back. It's going to end up being 2 more for New England. There is a look at Mike McClanahan next to Zach Scheibner. Just a little bit late. Just a little late. 6-2 lead, 2 rounds remaining. Ooh, a bag off to the right out of play. This could be more points for the Woodchucks, and as I say that, Hodette gives it back.
But does he go with a third bag block here, trying to get back into the game?
I think he may have tried it a little too hard. Man, but now you're asking Easy to score 4 on Jimmy Humans in their final round. That's a tough task. Tough task. Round number 10, 6-2 lead.
10th round, really just need 3 bags in. 3 bags in will win it for Jimmy Humans and the Woodchucks here in game 5.
There's one. You got to get a block down if you're Easy. No question about it. Perfect. That's exactly what you need to do. Humans kicks a little left. I like another back block here.
A replacement. I like a replacement. A little bit of a cut. That's
a little too
bit
hard.
right, but that's okay. I mean, you're in position. You got a chance.
Humans goes at it, collects it.
Got to have a block here. You got to sit side by side.
That's, just a little too far. Humans can push it through for the win, and he gets it. That is going to do it. There is absolutely nothing Eric Zaklan can do.
Yeah.
How about New England, man? Not going down. They're going to take a 3-2 series lead.
It's another big win by the Woodchucks. And again, the High Rollers were trying to continue some momentum here. Not able to really blow out a big lead up against these California Slingers that are right on their heels. Again, now down to a 2.5 game lead again in that National West.
All right, we'll take another quick commercial break. When we come back, game number 6 between New England and Vegas. Stay with us.
Life's most memorable moments, they can happen anywhere. On sports' biggest stage, or even in your own backyard. For those moments, seek a world beyond home. Find furniture, decor, grills, playsets, yard games, and yep, even cornhole. Backyard.com has everything you need to make your backyard summer ready all year long. Backyard.com. Let's have fun.
Nuts. No. Was Planters nuts? It's not nuts.
It's nuts. Because Planters nuts are good.
Planters nuts. Nuts.
You can dash, zest, mist, and infuse. But may we recommend the just make the damn drink method. Behold, the 7 and 7. If this is your cocktail, Seagram 7 is your whiskey.
Goes way up top and hits it! What? He knows it. Goes the top and hits it! What a shot! Ticket to the championship and Graham hits it! What a shot!
Oh, nuts.
No. With Planters nuts, it's not nuts. It's nuts. Because Planters nuts are good.
Planters nuts. Nuts.
You can dash, zest, mist, and infuse. But may we recommend the just make the damn drink method. Behold, the 7 and 7. If this is your cocktail, Seagram 7 is your whiskey.
Things are getting intense here inside the Future Legends Dome in Windsor, Colorado, as the New England Woodchucks take a 3-2 series lead over the Vegas High Rollers. Can Vegas even up the series and force a Game 7, or will New England clinch a series win against the number 3 team in the league? Jake Brennan alongside Trey Ryder. We're bringing it back down to the court. Another interesting one. We got Matt Stout and Donovan Sinelli representing Vegas, and we got Brandon Selmeyer and Zach Stickney for New England.
Yep, gonna be an interesting one. This is where we get into the I would say the mid-tier pros, right? You had some of the superstars early coming out. Now it's like this is where depth matters.
Yes.
Did you draft well in rounds 6 and 7 and 8, right? Because those are ultimately what is going to get you across the finish line and get you big wins, not only at this point in the season, but also come playoff time if you're lucky enough to make the playoffs. Is those core games are going to be what ultimately decides these championships.
Absolutely. I mean, we got 2 rookies down here with Donovan Sinelli and Zachary Stickney. So looking to see if maybe they drafted well. Donovan Sinelli, another one of these pros out of the state of Florida. Kind of, one of those under-the-radar pros. When you talk about all the top-tier talent in Florida, Donovan Sinelli doesn't necessarily get mentioned a lot, but he still competes with the best of them.
Going into round 2, still 0-0. No score in that first round.
I'm interested to see what Matt Stout does throwing-wise. He made a lot of commotion at the kickoff battle during pro doubles when he played Jack Gore and Sammy Soto. And Sammy Soto called an official over to watch his foot fouls, and he actually had a bag removed from the board because of his foot fouls.
That lost the game.
Yeah, looks pretty decent now. Kept that back foot planted. Throws a 10, and we are still through 2 rounds with no score.
Yeah, Stout actually said he straight up didn't pay attention and didn't know that it was a rule. So he had to.
Crazy.
So he has said he actually came up to Michael Gonzalez, the official, and said, "I've attempted to fix my throw." So
that's crazy. How do you not know that?
Bag block there and gone through right down the center. Big slick slide push there by Sinelli.
One thing I love about these pro teams, especially when you get these team captains who live in the area of the state that they're from, you'll see a lot of other players get drafted who are from that area. We have Jimmy Humans, who's the team captain, lives in the New England area. He drafted players like Colin Hodette, like Zach Stickney, like Chris Tornatola, I should say, who all live in that New England area. Meanwhile, you have a team like Vegas. There aren't really any pros in the state of Nevada. So you got to go outreach from everywhere to grab your pros. Donovan Sinelli from the state of Florida and Matt Stout from the state of Virginia. Selmeyer with a bag off the board.
And Tanner Halber being the captain from the state of Florida, you see some of that regional affiliation just from the players that he's familiar with, right? People that he can see because that's a big thing for a lot of these pros. They, especially when it comes to the rookies, they feel more comfortable drafting people that they're just not looking at the statistics on a sheet of paper. They're actually seeing them in person. Yes. So getting the opportunity to see someone in action through regionals and conferences may give a person like Tanner Halbert, when drafting a team, the confidence to go and get someone like a Sinelli.
Yes, for sure. I mean, don't look now. We're into round number 5. There's still no score. Very evenly matched game. Donovan Sinelli. He's a great kid. I love talking to him. So fun, so nice. Stickney just as well.
So as soon as I say this,
don't you do it.
I didn't even
say it. But you thought about it. You thought about it, Trey. Wow.
Both players were perfect going into that bag, FYI. Just wanted you guys to know that.
Well, Donovan still is.
Okay, you said it.
It didn't work.
It didn't work.
Guaranteed 3. That's what it'll be. Vegas looking to even up the series. We look back down at this end. Brandon Selmeyer, very familiar with the team's format. He hit that absolutely incredible shot to win teams the inaugural year in 2022.
Yeah, 2 years ago. Before there was regional affiliation, that was kind of the pilot year of teams, right? The Woodchucks. And he was playing for the Woodchucks, so he's actually back on the same team.
Nice push through from Selmeyer. Was that the craziest game you ever called?
It was pretty wild. I mean, it was a great series too, because, and I have a special soft spot in my heart for that because my dad was playing for the Gushers. That was back when we had the Gushers, and so the Gushers were playing against the Woodchucks in that Game 6, and he played in Game 6, and he had a really good finish in order to get them a Game 6 win that led them to the Game 7. But ultimately, that shot by man, I mean, it was that shot by Brandon Selmeyer was just legendary. It was something I'll never forget because I mean, you know how this is, Jake, right? You're calling a game. Sometimes you embellish a little bit with like he could get this, but in your head you're thinking something a little bit different. Like I thought it was over. I thought he had no shot, and so a lot of my reaction was actual pure shock because I could not believe what I had just witnessed.
Right? And then of course Stacy's famous line, "Who hates teams now?" Oh, that was so funny. Man, Donovan Sinelli is lights out right now. This could be his first miss just because, you know, it'd be smarter to lay up.
Yeah, you can come around.
His teammates want him to shoot it.
Yeah, don't take away my perfect game. Let me go after it.
Oh, he did! Wow. Donovan Sinelli. 16 for 16 and a 7 spot. Take a look at some of these shots from this round. This is that big collect on that left side, and then he does it again to preserve the perfect game. 10-0 lead for the High Rollers, 3 rounds to go.
And this is more opportunity for these High Rollers.
Yeah, we're a couple rounds away from a Game 7. Series tied at 3, even though the series don't necessarily matter as much this year. Still fun always to get a Game 7.
Yeah, it's fun to get a Game 7, and it's all about improving that record, right?
Yes. 4-bagger for Scout. That'll be 4 more. And now if you're Zach Stickney, you need to score points in order to have a chance in round number 10. 14-0. Story of this game, Donovan Sinelli on your left side, 16 for 16.
17 for 17. Can he do a perfect game?
Man, where was it? One of the very first round-limited formats we've ever seen was those pro invitational qualifiers during COVID. Remember, we saw James Baldwin on the double side make what?
Oh, the perfect game has been squandered.
Way to mess it up.
19 for 20 is what Sinelli is going to finish this game.
Yeah, but like I was saying, one of the first ever times we've seen round limited was the 2020 Pro Invitational qualifiers during COVID. We saw James Baldwin in the semifinal match make 20 out of 20, and then the finals he made 19 out of 20, a 39 out of 40 stint. Never seen anything like that.
And now they're just going to throw air mills.
Yeah, because the game's over. Mathematically, you cannot score 13 points in a round. So the Vegas High Rollers are going to force a Game 7 against the New England Woodchucks. Story of the game, Donovan Sinelli, 19 out of 20. Couldn't get that perfect game, but still helped the Vegas High Rollers take a win. And we are going to go to game number 7. When we come back, winner take all between the New England Woodchucks and the Vegas High Rollers. Stay with us here in the 2024 ACL Cornhole Mania.
Life's most memorable moments, they can happen anywhere. On sports' biggest stage, or even in your own backyard. For those moments, seek a world beyond home. Find furniture, decor, grills, playsets, yard games, and yep, even cornhole. Backyard.com has everything you need to make your backyard summer ready all year long. Backyard.com. Let's have fun.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Bush's Baked Beans have always been the official bean of making burgers taste better. And now, they're the official beans of the SEC.
And the official bean of whatever that is.
Hey, it's tailgate fashion. Now this guy gets it.
Ah, nuts. No. Was Planters nuts? It's not nuts.
It's nuts. Because Planters nuts are good.
Planters nuts. Nuts.
Goes way up top and hits it! He knows it, goes the pop and hits it! What a shot! Ticket to the championship and Graham hits it! What a shot!
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
You've got the force field, the moat, the saucy sheriff. No matter your cookout plate strategy,
Bush's baked beans make burgers taste better.
I love me a saucy sheriff.
Nuts.
No. With Planters nuts, it's not nuts. It's nuts. Because Planters nuts are good.
Planters nuts. Nuts.
Welcome back in as we continue coverage of Day 3 of the 2024 ACL Cornhole Mania. The 2024 ACL Cornhole Mania is brought to you by All Cornhole. From the backyard to your pro journey, allcornhole.com has you covered. Backyard.com, let's have fun. Bush's, that beautiful bean company. Corn Nuts, crunchy corn kernels. Mike's Hard Lemonade. Nobody makes lemonade like Mike's. Drink responsibly. Miller's Ale House. Eat, drink, stay a while. Seagram 7, the #1 American blended whiskey. And by Visit Fort Collins, Colorado. I always love looking at that beautiful B-roll we have in the background. That is all thanks to visitfortcollins.com. Make sure you check it out. Beautiful venue here, beautiful area. I am 100% going to look into coming back here as we are ready for game number 7 between the Vegas High Rollers and the New England Woodchucks. The story of the game, New England Woodchucks trying to get back into the playoff race in their division. This is a great way to do it. How about a series win against the #3 team in the league? What do Zach Scheibner and Alec Ryan have to do to beat the Vegas High Rollers in this one?
Yeah, I mean, they got to play to their potential. I think both players have already shown this season that they have the skills to be one of the best teams in the country, right? Alec Ryan playing with Ethan Walker already made a broadcast court appearance in shootout singles at the first pro event of the season, the kickoff battle. And then Zach Scheibner, same thing. They make the shootout doubles Final Four as well. So Scheibner did it alongside Gage Landis. So pairing up as a team, they're going up against the duo that certainly has broadcast court experience, certainly has the ability to play at a high level, but not as decorated as the team across the way. So I think Ryan and Scheibner have to feel confident in how this laid out here, especially going into Game 7 all tied up. I think they can feel confident that they get a series win.
I think one of the bigger storylines, and Wally, for some reason, always mentions it when they see him on the team's side, is Alec Ryan. Alec Ryan has probably statistically one of the worst individual records when it comes to the pro teams event. He is 6-16 individually across teams this season.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, and a lot of times that has to do with really how you match up, right? Because the one thing you have to keep in mind is when you have a really top player and a top team, a lot of times you're playing against other top players and top teams, right? You're not going to see a big difference. You're not going to see the number 10 and number 15 player in the world team up and then play against the number 5, number 50 and number 150 player, right? You don't see that very often. So in the case there for Ryan, he's just not playing well in the team's format against similar competition. But as he gets better and as he continues to get more comfortable within the division and playing against someone that I think he has some familiarity with in Zach Scheibner will ultimately help him.
Yeah. I like this pairing on the other end, though, with Kobe Costanza and Kaylee Hunter. Kobe Costanza, college singles national champion, made his way into the pro division.
Trey's trivia, Jake. What was the name of the school that Kobe Costanza played for?
Was it a community college?
It was.
Oh, God. I feel like I should know this. Nice push through from Kobe. Something. I have no idea.
Delgado Community College in Louisiana.
Dang.
We had Matt Stout also on the broadcast court a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
He is also a singles national champion.
Is that Baldwin Wallace?
No, that was Timmy Jonas and Anthony Kissel. But what was the community college that Matt Stout competed for when he won the national singles championship
there's so
in
many
2018?
community colleges. I have no idea. No clue.
Paul D. Camp Community College.
I heard that one too. Dang it! I don't know. I was doing some trivia with Allison yesterday on the broadcast. I was acing a lot of the stuff we were talking about. I feel good with my trivia. No, not all the time. Oh. See if Kaylee Hunter can force a mistake out of Zach Scheibner. He looks very confident. Zach Scheibner came so close to a pro shootout doubles win 2 weeks ago in Louisiana. 4-0 lead for the Woodchucks. Big time upset brewing. First back block from Ryan. We'll see if Costanza can cut around. Oh, too far to the left, lands on top. Alec, beautiful cut. I love that cut from Alec.
Love the cut because it also maintains position. Now Costanza's got a harder cut, and he still hits it.
That's why I love the pro doubles pairing of Alec Ryan and Ethan Walker. They have very similar play styles, can cut and roll with the best of them.
And I'm very interested to see how Walker and Ryan play later today because of the board conditions.
I was going to say the exact same thing.
Because in Palm Beach, those board conditions were picture perfect for Alec Ryan and Ethan Walker. You get them tacky boards, man, they can be the best team in the world on any given day. Now, the difference is on faster conditions, we saw Ethan Walker not have a great day yesterday, did not finish well, okay? So now with Walker and Ryan being near the top seed in their bracket in national doubles, they're going to have to play at a really high level if they're going to succeed.
I don't know. I will say, you know, watching Ethan Walker on a team's broadcast a few weeks ago on those lightning quick boards, he performed very, very well. So you never know what's going to happen.
And these boards aren't going to be they're not as fast today as they were on TV. No. They are much more moderate.
Opportunity for Kaylee to cut the lead in half. Round number 6, halfway through. Scheibner in with an 8. Kaylee Hunter staying sticky. Kaylee Hunter had a fantastic run in national singles yesterday. I believe a top 5, top 7 performance in her bracket.
She also, alongside Gina Ramirez, booked a ticket to the women's doubles final in Las Vegas. So playing for the Las Vegas High Rollers, she will make a TV appearance in Las Vegas on the team side on Thursday, and then also turn right back around on Friday and compete in the women's doubles final with Gina Ramirez against Cheyenne Bubenheim and Cameron Belvin.
Yeah, they double-dipped Elizabeth Tennyson and Sarah Cassidy to win this, who won their bracket at the kickoff battle. So, you know, pretty top-heavy lineup for that women's doubles. Let's see what Kobe wants to do. He can try to hard cut around. Kaylee says go in. I like that. I like that more.
Yeah, that's better. That's better than in. And I think that's what Kobe said when he said, "Do you want me to lay in front?" But people were like, "I don't want you to block it. I don't want an airmail opportunity." So really wedging yourself into that right side, I think, was better.
Yeah, because what do you do here if you're Alec? You're kind of. I don't know what you can do here. I think you're giving up 4 either way.
Bar soap.
I don't think it's up far enough. I think it's also
too far
into the hole. Yeah.
I mean, you are kind of on top of your own bag.
I think you can try a really
airmail's not going to work.
Cut. No. I think you can try a really, really backloaded roll, like egregiously backloaded, and try to bounce over. But other than that, I think.
Do you hate pushing it in?
I think with how sticky those bags are, yeah. It's also not lane size. That's a hard angle too. Even if you miss an inch to the left, you're knocking in Kobe's bag going off. You're giving up 7.
I like slick up the middle too. I do like this.
Really? He's going at it. Ooh, that ended up working out really well.
It worked out really well for him.
Ends up only giving up 2. We are tied at 4. Slick side down. Take a look at it again. Hard at it. Almost got everything. Nonetheless, we are tied at 4 in round number 8. Scheibner tries to cut, misses to the left as well.
Back and forth we go. Will Kaylee Hunter go after that bag? I think with such a tight game, I don't think you do.
No way.
The only way I think you do is if Scheibner is short here, and he's not. If you ended up short of the hole, I think you think about it.
You got to be content with going in, keep the game tied at the very best, at the very worst, yeah. And that's a 10-on-10 wash, round number 9. 4 bags remain for each player. Can't get much closer than this tie game. 2 rounds to go. Series tied at 3 apiece. Who's going to miss first? And as I couldn't even get it out before Ryan misses left.
You just got to limit it to 1 miss, though. I don't like, I mean.
Oh, Costanza off the board. Alec taking another timeout. Do you go after that bag now, or do you wait for your 4th? If you go after it and miss left again, you could be giving up 3. My big role is if my opponent at any point throws a bag off the board, I cannot be giving up points.
Do you trust Scheibner to get 1 point?
Yeah, I can. I do.
So would you say just slide it in?
I mean, my only question is you have 2 bags left, so if you want to kind of go after it a little bit to spin it closer, force Kobe into another cut.
Kobe Costanza's got to go in order to put any pressure on you. Well, what if he misses the left and right? I want to go in here. I don't do anything fancy, right? You have a 4th bag. I think you're right. A 4th bag, you can do some damage here. I don't think you try to go after it right now. Let's see what bag 3 looks like.
Yeah.
See, that was
perfect.
It ends up working out because now Costanza's going to have a tough time going in without you.
Oh, it threw short. And now we can collect this for 4. Oh, and he misses left. And it's a wash. Alec Ryan continues to struggle in these pro teams' events. Relatively simple shot to give him a 4-point lead. And instead, we are still tied in round number 10. Last round of the stream, barring overtime.
Yeah. 6-6.
Wow.
Ryan didn't realize the score, and everybody's like, no, Ryan, it was 6-6.
First bag off to that left side. That is perfect for Zach Scheibner. With his angled bag, he shouldn't have any problem going around it. And he does. Never mind.
Now can Hunter cut around, though?
She can. She has her lane. Zach's lane is compromised, but like I said, he has that cut. Sits in front, but he's going to have to get a bag in at some point.
Good bag, but it is...
That may bait. It may bait Scheibner into some sort of collect.
A slick side cut? You think he can do it? That slick side cut's hard.
That is hard. Does he shoot this? Does he roll? He's going to roll, and he rolls it in, and that puts the pressure back on Kaylee.
Now, does she have enough guts to go for the airmail, or does she block and give the game winner possibly to Scheibner?
I don't hit a roll attempt either. She's going up. And she hits it! Big time shot for Kaylee Hunter.
And now does Scheibner, does he go with some type of collect for the win, or does he just try to go in to force overtime?
Oh, man.
You know what? I love going for a win. I think you go slick side. Yep. I think you cut around it. You try to push it all in.
They don't call him slick side shibby for nothing.
Slick side shibby. I like slick side.
Let's take a look at this airmail big-time clutch shot for Kaylee Hunter to put all the pressure on Scheibner. Well, falling away, hits it. Imagine the bag going in. Here we go. He's got the slick side down. He's going for this. He's going for it. He's going for it, Trey. Angled. He gets them both! What a bag! Zach Scheibner wins it for the Woodchucks.
Are you kidding me, Zach Scheibner?
Wow.
What a shot for the win. Slick side with the cut.
Slick side shibby with the win for the Woodchucks. Big time upset. You love it. Love to see it.
Wow, how about the Woodchucks? They improved to 26-36 on the season. The High Rollers fall to 31-24. And when you look at their lead, it is now just what looks to be a 2.5 game lead on those California Slingers. So the Slingers, they stay close enough. They're within striking distance to possibly fight the second half of this season into an advantageous position to make the playoffs and take the division.
Take a look at some of these replays on our way out. What a broadcast, Trey. It had everything. Like you said, it had some chirpiness, had some great shots, had a forfeit. And in the end, it is Zach Scheibner with a clutch slick side cut collect for the win for the New England Woodchucks. What a stream. Man, I had fun. We get to take a little bit of a break before Pro National Doubles starts in a couple of hours. We're going to be with you on Facebook and YouTube over on court number 2. Court number 1 going to be live on ESPN Plus right around 3 p.m. Mountain Time. So make sure you stay with us. For Trey Ryder, I'm Jake Brannon. Trey, it's been a pleasure, but we are all done. Thanks, everybody. We're out. Peace.
Bye.